It's me, your board certified fantasy football and all sports guru. It is Brothers Talk Ball, day two of the NFL draft. Look, we're here. We're here. We're back for day two. A lot of interesting things happened in the first round of the draft. Obviously, there was the mega trade. Jacksonville trading with the Cleveland Browns to step up and get the choice of the player that they wanted. Also, Cleveland Browns. A lot of people forget something about Cleveland that happened yesterday. Uh, and it's called Deshaun Jackson. No misogyny. We're not gonna go into it. We all know what happened. We're not here to judge. But because of the Deshaun Jackson situation and them giving him a lot of money, listen, they didn't have a lot of draft capital, and that's something that they desperately needed in the draft. They picked it up on the trade, which gave them first round pick into the draft. They're picking number one, and it looks like they're picking in people. Listen here. Yeah, so the pick is in for the Cleveland Browns. Um, Oh, look, a surprise already. Not a surprise to say, because the Cleveland Browns do have the number 1 and the number 4 pick today. Everybody was assuming they were gonna go with Shedeur Sanders and get their quarterback, because of the Deshaun, Jackson situation. And being the Cleveland Browns, they opted not to do that. They went with the UCLA, linebacker, Carson, Schwinger. I had him somewhere around number 6 in my linebackers, for today. Obviously, listen, they've committed to the defensive side of the ball right now. The Cleveland Browns want to build up that defense. Obviously, they don't have a real quarterback yet, unless you consider Joe Flacco a starting quarterback in the league. Some people do. I'm not going to say I do. I'm not going to second that emotion. But for now, it looks like that's what we're going with, unless something happens at number 4. Um, Surprise pick for me, yes, but they do have a pick coming up at number 4, so I'm not that concerned. My thing is maybe they wanted something extra on defense, thinking, um, the Tennessee Titans and, Houston above them do not want a quarterback. They just wanted to ensure that they got the defensive player that they wanted, I think. I think that would be a great move for them. So they go with linebacker. They go with linebacker. I personally, I don't know. I don't know about that call. But, yeah, that's where they went. They went with that. Bringing up Houston, and, something about the draft today, guys, is gonna go a lot faster than it did yesterday. Teams kinda have an idea of what they want today, and they're actually gonna go up and put it sooner than they did yesterday. Having said that having said that, Houston Texans pick is in. The Houston Texans have gone with the player that I was looking at. I'm not gonna say the player that I want for Dallas at number 12 because I'm afraid if I say it, he won't be there at 12. This was one of the players I was looking at for Dallas, Jaden Higgins, wide receiver. Listen, great pick for Houston. Obviously, Del Tank. Anybody who knows me and fantasy football knows I went farm on Del Tank last year, and didn't work out. Obviously, he had a devastating injury at the end of the season, but they found a viable. Jaden Higgins plays in the slot. Jaden Higgins plays all over the field. If it's a toss ball, he'll go up and get it. Tends to grab everything at the sky. My thing is, he doesn't have that crazy breakaway speed that I like in a receiver. But when you pair him with Nick Owens on the other side, listen, that's a great pick for the Houston Texans. I like that pick a lot. Um, that puts Seattle on the top. Seattle's another team. I think we could see a receiver going 2 and 3 right now. Um, Obviously, big loss to DK Metcalf last year, or this year in free agency, is big on them. I'm sure they're looking to replace him in that position. So yeah, I think that's something to look at right now. But sticking with the Texans, that's an incredible pick for me. That's an incredible pick for me. They needed receiver help. They got the receiver help that they wanted. And look, we're talking about a team that knows what they want. Much like the Browns. listen, Shedeur Sanders is obviously gonna get taken today. Nobody's gonna let him go 2 rounds and not get picked up. And even a team that wants to see him grow and nurture him, on the sidelines, I can see picking him up today. Um, a lot of the talk about Shedeur Sanders, a lot of talk in the league right now is a lot of people are bad-mouthing Shedeur Sanders, saying things that we're gonna do so he can end the position that he's in right now, where teams are obviously passing on it. I can't tell you why this is happening to Shedeur Sanders. It's kind of a travesty to me. I don't understand it. But like they said that people in the league are talking why he fell down the draft board this much. Anybody's guess. Anybody's guess. But I do think you will see Shedeur Sanders come off at number 4. If you don't, and Cleveland opts to not take Shedeur Sanders, actually the Titans may take him. I think there's something going on we don't know about. With people because he's as much as some people don't believe he might be I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't understand this whole Shedeur Sanders situation. He should be on a team, and I think he will be going to Cleveland. I think Cleveland just protecting himself against maybe a player they're afraid to lose him again. And one of that defensive linebacker is not drafted, so we'll see. We'll see. But it was a bit of a surprise to me. I literally thought Shedeur was going to come off the board right away. Obviously didn't. Uh, and Seattle's taking their time with the pick. Their pick is in. Their pick is in. I think their pick is in fast. I think this is a Luther Burden pick. Luther Burden can go either now or he can go. Wait a second, please. Was it a trade? Is there? Hold on a second, beautiful. Give me a second, beautiful people, because I'm pretty sure I saw Tennessee in there. We're gonna go round two. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? No, definitely. Okay, so they're on the clock. So yeah, so there you go. There you go. We right now are gonna take our first break of the evening. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of Java to get ready for work tonight. By the way, I have an expression for you. I want you to listen to it very carefully. Okay? Okay? All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. If you want to know what that means head your little booties over to New City Gas this Grand Prix season. We do it upright. It is the only place in town. Get your little booties over to New City Gas. All gas, no brakes this summer. Start the summer off like only we can at New City Gas. I'm the guru, and I'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is me, your board certified fantasy football and all sports guru. It is the NFL draft. This is Brothers Talk Ball Live. We are here for round two of the NFL draft. If you're just getting here, let me get you caught up. So far, we've had two picks, and the board is moving fast, ladies and gentlemen. As I said before, oh boy. Seattle, who I thought was going to take a receiver, bumped it down and they moved to safety. And the safety they picked up, please don't let me butcher his name, Emmanuel. Really good safety, really good safety. I had him projected around number 3 or number 4. Plays the middle, covers like a champ, and is one of those pass rushing safeties as well. And I've got to say, it's a surprise. By the way, uh, it might be possible Shador Sanders is going to the Raiders. I don't know. Let's just take a look because I was wrong. I was wrong, and it happens sometimes. What do you gonna do? Quentin Jenkins, a running back I was looking at in Dallas, just got drafted by the Cleveland Browns. The fact that the Cleveland Browns did not take Shador Sanders, I don't know what's going on right now. I thought that was one of the short picks of the day. I thought he was going there. I listen. I'm baffled like everybody else is in this league right now. Unless the Raiders pick up the slack for everybody in the league and do the right thing and pick up Shador, I don't know why he's dropping the way he's dropping. Kind of getting a little scared, and I'll tell you why. The longer he drops, the closer he comes to a Jerry Jones pick. And you know Jerry likes flash. Mm, Jerry likes a surprise, and Jerry loves to sell tickets. And the best way for Jerry to sell tickets is to get Shador on the sidelines for the Dallas Cowboys. Let me just say it. In no way does any team picking Shador Sanders make a bad pick. But I will say it's not a need for Cowboys, but it is a need in the where it's a Jerry Jones pick. Um, it's a Jerry Jones kind of make a move. Listen, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't think it's going to happen. The Raiders are on the clock. They've got about a minute and 40. They was thinking longer than I was thinking they were thinking. And I think that may be a good thing. I think that may mean they're thinking about Shador. But then again, I don't know. I don't know. Uh, what I do know is it's a shocker and it's a surprise. And because of that, we're going to get the idiot on the phone right now. Because I'm pretty sure we both had Shador going at either 1 or 4 right now. And with 2 picks, if there was a team that could have went up there and picked up Shador, it was definitely the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, Zach is managing right now. Obviously, with the Cleveland Browns. So them not picking it up, I'm not sure what it says about Shador. I'm not sure what it says about them. Um, but let's forget me for the Raiders. The Raiders do need a wide receiver, but he's a sexy pick. He's a sexy pick. What do I have down for the Raiders? Raiders went out and obviously picked them Jenkins, who they would covet, the most coveted running back in the draft. It's not going to change it. But they had other needs. And they were another team that didn't make that much of a splash in the offseason. And so, which means they had holes to fill. And I got the Raiders right here as needing a running back, wide receiver, running back, DL, and linebacker. But wait a minute. Let's take a look. I think the pick may be in. The pick is not in. I'm going to tell you why the pick is not in. There has been a trade, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins just traded up to number 5. Uh, let's holler at our Miami Dolphin right now. Um, uh, uh, what does that mean? Whoa, whoa, Sanders. I think they may be looking at you as a replacement. If they are, if the, no, no, they didn't. They picked up an offensive guard. An offensive guard from Arizona. Um, very surprised by that pick. Very surprised by that pick. And I'll tell you why I'm really shocked by that pick. Um, we all know Tua's injury background, and this was a chance for the Raiders to actually get a viable number two behind Tua that could maybe even jump in if the need was there, and they didn't jump on it. But let's just face it. And obviously, they're looking to protect Tua right now. They're looking to protect that offensive line. They still have Kitchen in the background who runs like a demon. Obviously, they want to keep that running game going. Um, and they coveted this hard enough for them to move up. Um, um, so yeah, kind of a surprise, kind of a shocker to me right there. Mm. Uh, that brings up the New England Patriots. Is this a viable landing spot for him? Listen to the teams that he could possibly go to coming up. The Saints are still there, and the Saints really do need a quarterback. Chicago has two picks coming up out of the next four. Could he go there? Uh, Cowboys are coming up. The Jets are coming up. I don't think the Jets. No, the Jets picked up Justin Fields. I don't think that's a viable place for him to go. Look, uh, I'm shocked. I am shocked right now. I am shocked by the fact that Shador Sanders has not gone anywhere. Uh, I thought for sure early part of this draft he was going to get a home. Uh, let me just check something before we move in. Um, let me get to the player on the board that let me get to this right here. Uh, yeah, so they pick up an offensive guard. I'm sure that's something that the team needed. Was an offensive guard in Miami. I'm going to talk to Miami right now. Uh, but I'm shocked. Uh, let me take a look here. Yeah, good news. I don't know. Right now the most viable place for Shador Sanders to go is obviously uh, the Saints, the New Orleans Saints. Barring that, he's going to drop even deeper into the draft. And listen, this is a part of football that we have to understand, and that is these guys do their due diligence a lot on players, more than we're ever going to know. So there's things about these players that we're just not going to know. When Josh Simmons fell down to 32 and got picked up by the Kansas City Chiefs last night, I think that's a steal of the draft. If, like I said, the things we don't know aren't true. If you drop that far down because everybody's afraid of the foot or and the leg and he's not going to come back from it, then so be it. They know more than we do. If he does come back from that injury and his leg is okay, I don't see how that's not the biggest steal of the draft. I do not see how that's not the biggest steal of the draft. If there was nothing wrong with Justin's leg last year, he is without question a top five pick in the NFL draft. Easy. And it's not even negotiable. But the fact that he fell to 32 and went to the Chiefs, if he comes back and is the player that he was before he left, steal. An absolute steal for the Kansas City Chiefs. And these are the things that we have to look at. Is there something about Shador Sanders that we don't know? Is there something going on with that player that we're just not privy to, that we're just not understanding? Because I'm going to tell you now, I do not understand why he's falling down this much. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But let's see. The team on the clock right now is, the Patriots. Their pick is in. Is it in? Let me just check. No, yeah, the pick is in. The pick is in New England, so they got the player they know they wanted. Where did the Patriots do that? Let's look at the Patriots. Patriots need an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, wide receiver, running back, and a tight end. A lot of people felt too, uh, from Brock Bowman last year playing so well at tight end that tight ends are overrated. A lot of people in this draft class thought that the tight ends in this draft class were maybe, let's say, second rounders, second round picks, and maybe got overvalued yesterday with Loveland going and obviously Tyler Bourne going. So look, the Patriots need help. They're another one of those teams that need help in a lot of places. They went with Will Campbell on the offensive line, great pick for them. I think they might try and shore up that offense a bit more. It would behoove them to. It's one of the places that they need help. And we'll see. We'll see where they're going because your pick is definitely in. Um, but look, here's another place, another Will Johnson. Will Johnson can help that defense. Another player that's falling down the draft board for what reason? A lot of people know why. So it's going to be interesting to see where the Patriots go with this because Patriots need that help on both sides of the ball. Travion Henderson. So I can say the name now. Travion Henderson is the running back that I wanted in Dallas. Actually wanted and his running back. They're both gone now from Ohio State. He's just a bruiser. He's a bruiser on offense. He's going to give you. He shares the ball, obviously. Very good two down back. He could be versatile enough to play all three downs on the field. Um, but yeah, very good production. I was speaking to Sidekick last night during the first round, asking them if that was a pick that the Patriots need to look at because obviously with Stevenson they have a viable running back there, but obviously they're looking to pound the ball over there now. And listen, they've got a one-two punch that's stellar right now. It's going to be hard to stop that backfield over there in New England if they can beef up that offensive line with a lot of the rest of the picks in this draft. I think they're going to have they're going to have a much better offense than they did last year for sure. Um, the beat that they got on that offensive line right now is second to none. Second to none. They have two running backs that pound the ball that are hard to take down. And look, they're a menace right now. Like I said, I didn't want to mention his name for the last day and a half because he's. And listen, don't get it twisted. There's still. I have a list right here on the old folder of wide receivers and running backs that I want to take. Now, here's the thing about Dallas that surprised everybody yesterday. Obviously, they went with offensive guard, which means they're actually going back to the trenches. They're actually going back to the Dallas. Let's just be honest about it. What makes Dallas Dallas? Dallas is a running team. Dallas is a bruising offensive line team, and everything starts and has for the last 2 decades in Dallas with the offensive line. And right now, we have two starting guards in the Tylers. We have 18 of them on the team right now. But at guard and with BB moving in the center, listen, the offensive line in Dallas is going to be something to behold in a year or two. Uh, Tyler Guyton has to show up and get better at tackle. Terrence Steele has to make another leap and hopefully not regress the way he has. But I'm telling you, we're a tackle or two away from being another dominant offensive line in the NFL. And Dallas, listen, I'm going to be honest with you right now. The way it looks like Dallas is drafting, they're drafting for next year. They're drafting for next year. If they were drafting for this year, everybody thought the sexy pick. I thought the sexy pick would have been wide receiver or running back in the first round. They went with the offensive line. So they're going to pound, they're going to bruise, they're going to beat you up on the offensive line. Now, who are you doing it for? You need players to do it for. Obviously, I went on a tangent with my Cowboys. But yeah, but let's get back to Travion. Travion Henderson in New England is a great pick for that football. Very, very, very stellar running game. And I think teams that are on the rebuild have to start, I guess, with basics. Run the ball. Start off with basic football. Run the ball. Because as you everybody that knows that watches the game, once you run the ball, it opens up your whole offense. And right now, it looks like the New England Patriots have the players to do that. That brings the Chicago Bears on the clock. Look for the Chicago Bears to take a receiver right now, too. Luther Gordon. They have two picks. I think Luther Gordon for sure is going to end up in Chicago. Also, listen, Chicago has a nice big jump here. Don't forget Mike Green is still up there as well on the edge, and Mike Green is a really good edge rusher. He's another player that if you drop down to number 12, man. And with the San Francisco 49ers taking the defense and yesterday, I'm not too sure that would be a viable pick. Number 12, is it? Number 12, number 11, the Cowboys. Obviously, Michael Parsons would love him on the other side. But we got two picks coming for the Chicago Bears right now, and I can see Luther Burden going right now along this. Listen, and that would be a formidable receiver for Chicago. Again, taking another dip and another dive is Shador Sanders. You tell me why, because I'm not understanding. Drop it down in the comments. If you understand, if you have any idea why Shador Sanders is dropping the way he's dropping in this draft, you give me a reason why right now. That doesn't say that there's something going on in the league because right now it seems like there's something going on in the league where they are, I'm telling the truth, they're doing it rather bad. Doing it rather bad. So Chicago's pick is in. How do you need the pick? We're going to take a look at it right now in real time. Another player, Will Johnson, is another player to look at for Chicago right now. Listen, with Will Johnson still being out there, with Houston Porter still out there, understand something. Even Meg Green to some extent. These are players that in some people's draft boards had a number one rating. They had a first round rating. There's still a few first round players left out there in the draft. And these two can seriously be considered two of them. But the very, very beautiful Green Bay fans are booing the hell out of Chicago right now. But their pick is in, and the Chicago Bears have went with Luther Burden, ladies and gentlemen. I made the call. Yeah, great receiver for Chicago right now. Listen, Adunze, Luther Burden, these guys have youth. These guys have explosiveness. I'll put it to you this way: if they protect that offensive line, there is no excuse anymore for Caleb Williams to not be a quarterback that everybody thought coming out of college because they are giving him the help that he needs to be better. If they come back with their next pick and go to offensive line, I think you're looking at a team in transition and change right now. I think you're looking at a team that's headed in the right direction. This is a solid pick for them right now. And listen, they covered receivers in Chicago right now. They want receivers in Chicago. And listen, let's talk about Luther Burden, explosiveness. A lot of people had him with his first. At one point, a few months ago, Luther Burden was maybe the second or third pick for receiver in the draft. He fell down the board slowly because other people were making their way up. The combine fools a lot of people. And I realized something about the combine too. Talk about the combine for a second. A lot of players either move up or step down because of how they perform at the combine. And I'm not too sure the combine doesn't actually give a false sense of what a player really does. Because more and more players are actually skipping the combine. They're not even going. And if they go, they're not doing all the drills at the combine. They're kind of doing the drills that they think are important and going to get them somewhere. But a lot of players, like I said, are not doing all the drills at the combine. Luther Burden obviously was one of those, so maybe that had something to do with him dropping down a little bit with his draft. But listen, I'm going to tell you right now, this might be another one of the steals of the draft. And they have a very, very, very good, well-rounded young receiver core over there in Chicago. Okay, right now, and they're taking their time. I don't want to feel bad right now, man, but the Saints need a quarterback, and this has to be Shador's time. It honestly has to be Shador's time. They can't do this to this young man. I mean, I have no idea why he's dropping like this. There's no reason for it. Um, Listen, before this draft started, a lot of people had Shador number two. Everybody thought the quarterback was going number one and number two up until 2 months ago. And then obviously your defensive players started moving up the draft. But I don't see why this is happening right now. Look, the next best player on the board for me is Mike Green, um, defensive end, but or maybe Will Johnson. But come on, what are we talking about right now? Shador Sanders has to go to the Saints, doesn't he? I don't know. I'm gonna give you the teams that are coming up. Listen, the Colts have a shot at Shador Sanders. Let me text the Colts right now. Um, okay, everybody's mentioning it now. The pick is in. Um, let's take a look and see if there's any movement over there. What you're doing. The pick is in. The Saints seem very happy about it. I hope they're happy for the same reasons I'm happy. I don't want to see this kid drop any further, man. I will tell you something about Shador Sanders. I do believe the league has created a monster. I mean, the amount of the chip that's going to be on this young man's shoulder coming into this league, knowing how far down he fell, good for you, my friends. Good for you. Um, it's going to be tough. Oh, oh, Howard Schultz. They drafted another quarterback that wasn't Shador. Undirty word believable. Undirty word believable. Unbelievable. We saw him move up the draft board a little bit, but this is this is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't have any words for what's going on with this poor young man right now, man. Um, I'm not saying you got a bad quarterback, but listen, this wasn't even a quarterback heavy draft. There were maybe two quarterbacks. There may be Dart, Shador, somebody else, that other brother's moving up the board, but it's not even him. It's not like I'm in shock right now. I'm gonna get on the phone with the Jet right now, man. Um, I am in complete and utter shock right now, man. Yo, we're live on air. We're speaking to the Jet right now. Absolutely, baby. Listen, I don't know what's going on right now, but there's something going on in the league where there's something going on with him that we don't know. Yeah, he went to New England. Yeah, and listen, they've got a devastating backfield right now with Stevenson and him. I still have a few wide receivers that are still out there that I'm looking at, but I'm in awe right now. I don't know what's going on with this poor young man right now. Yeah, unreal. And we're talking about a QB that moved around. And we're talking about a QB that wasn't even on the list of the top five. There's something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about Shador, and I think it feels like there's a blacklisting going on. I did say it though. We're getting into scary territory. We're getting into very scary territory. We're getting into Jerry. We're getting into Jerry Jones making a statement in the league right now. Jerry, there you go, baby. Yeah, baby. Go Habs, go, baby. Beautiful. All right, Jeb. Okay. Give me an early call. Your pick's coming up next. Who's your pick? Will Johnson's still out there. Sounds good, Jeb. Enjoy the game. Go. So there you go, baby. I forgot to mention Montreal Canadiens. So in all of the draft, Montreal Canadiens Stanley Cup Finals, game three. We're down two. We're going down one after today. After today. But yeah. Oh wow. The Bills after picking. This is a shocker, guys. This is really a shocker. Um. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'll say? I'll say we'll be right back for the Bills pick. It is Brothers Talk Ball Live. We'll be right back. Unfucking believable. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. On the clock right now are the Buffalo Bills. It looks like their pick is in. Um, I can see a receiver going here again. Obviously, Josh Allen loves help. Needs a bit of help at that position. I think they went on the defensive side of the ball yesterday. They didn't go, but again, a lot of good receivers out there. A lot of good receivers out there. They went with. Let's take a look. I think TJ Sanders. Yeah, they went with TJ Sanders out of South Carolina, defensive tackle. Listen, very smart draft by the Bills. One of the reasons why the Bills kind of fail late in the season, as we all know, usually the AFC Finals, not barring the Mahomes era and all, is just that defense. That defense needs to step up a bit, and obviously they see that's kind of where their Achilles heel is at. So obviously they're making strides to shore up the defense. They picked up a big defensive tackle. Um, Listen, as much as we love the sexy defensive ends, the guys that get in there and go after the quarterback, defensive tackle, as we saw by Aaron Donald, who was just maybe one of the most gifted defensive players to ever play the game, very underrated and important position on the field. And they've got a defensive tackle that I kind of like. He actually goes to the quarterback in that Aaron Donald sense. Most defensive tackles that you see are run blockers that kind of want to stay on the line, get their hands on the body, not make anybody move up the middle. But this guy attacks the ball. You got somebody that's a complete ball hawk and goes for the ball right now. Um, the Jets said that he wanted to take DB right now. I hope he does, and I'll tell you why. There's a chance that I'm going to get one of the receivers that I wanted. I don't think I'm going to get one of the running backs that I wanted, but there's some running back that I do like. There's still a running back that I do like out there. But we can go receiver right now. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Obviously, the 49ers have a very, very broken receiving core. They've got somebody who tries to kill people at gas stations, and they've got Puka Manjunga, who's been hurt for the last 2 years and going nowhere fast. So they may opt to actually get a wide receiver. Hmm? Did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong with the 49ers? I don't know. Oh, he's speaking what we call the truth here at Brother Stop Ball. And if you got a receiver out there, then the two brothers in the street and shoot them, that's on you. That's on you. Who am I to tell you what you do, what you understand? We all saw what happened. We all saw why he played half the year. Get it together. You got to be out there. Get it together. Robbing people and all that. It's terrible. It's terrible. Robbing people in the street. Um, okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Jets are on the clock. Uh, you know what? I want to see something with the Jets right now. Okay, the Jets know who they wanted. Their pick is in. They knew right away. At this point in the draft, I don't think you're going to see a lot of teams playing, unless you are like a Dallas, maybe, playing down the clock because teams tend to know who they want. Mike Green is still out there. Uh, you know what? I'm not going to say anything with the 49ers. The 49ers can end up with a very good pick. Will Johnson would be very good on that defense right now. And you know what? With the fact that they got a defensive Mikael Williams, who I like at defensive end, and a Will Johnson, that's a steal for the 49ers if they like to go that way. Um, in fact, if I was the 49ers, I would go that way, and that makes their defense a lot better. Doesn't help their crappy offensive line or their offense, but can't have everything, can you? And you got to pay your quarterback anyway. So really, he's all moot. He's all moot. Go pay him. Well, go pay him the league minimum for quarterback. Go give him 40, 50 million to lose in the second round like you do every year. Go ahead. Who cares? Go ahead. You fight here. And I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater at all. So New York Jets. New York Jets. Everybody thought we were going to take a tight end in Warren yesterday. They did not. They should have the offensive line. They can actually keep going that way and serve the offensive line, or they can give Garrett maybe another receiver on the other end, or like the Jets said, they can opt to go DB. I would go receiver. Um, Listen, give that young quarterback Justin Fields. It's fun to get in the rings again. Give him more help. Never have that much help. There we go. Right, that pick number 10 in the second round. We're almost coming up on the end. I got to make myself to work. The Dallas Cowboys pick is coming up. Montreal Canadiens are playing, and the energy's going crazy right now. By the way, Montreal's on fuego right now. I'm gonna tell you one more time. Just be careful. I don't want to say more than once. All right. Here we go. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. This holiday season, as Montreal kicks off summer Grand Prix, no city gas. Enough said. I said I put it out there for you. If you don't do it, I can't help you. But you know where the party's gonna be. If you don't make it to the party, I don't know, what do you want me to do? I'm gonna be there. Why are you not there? I mean, this is where the party's at. It's no brainer. It's no brainer. All right, here we go. The Jets pick is in, and here we go. 42nd pick in the NFL draft. You're speaking to my man, the Jets. The Jets have taken tight end Mason Taylor. So they took the tight end they want. I don't know if it's necessarily the tight end that the Jets wanted, but they get the tight end. That's a team that really covers that position. And listen, let's just face it, they needed help at that position. I think they were hoping Warren would be there by now, or maybe Loveland would be there by now. But listen, you got a big, burly, tackling, good-handed tight end right now. It's not a bad pick. It's, they're kind of filling a need right now. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Great tangible, 6'5", 251. Uh, I'm sure the Jag is happy. Okay, so let me just say this. Speaking to my boy out there, Indy, who I'll see at work in a little while, man. You've got a legit shot at Shador Sanders, and my next team that I possibly see going to is the Colts anyway. Colts that picked right after the Dallas Cowboys. I see him going to the Colts. I don't know if the Rams are ready to find Stafford's replacement right now. They could. They could easily do that. If the Cardinals stay mad like they always are every year, every hour, every minute of the day at Kyler Murray, they could actually go there too. If not, Seattle might. And then again, Tennessee dropped down. There's not a lot of movement in the second round for young men. Oh my God, this is terrible. I'm feeling really bad right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the 49ers have not waited. They got their pick in and the pick is ready. The which means, again, they know exactly who they wanted, and the San Francisco 49ers took defensive tackle Alfred Collins. So let's not get it twisted. The San Francisco 49ers have decided to shore up their defense, and they're starting with the trenches. They've gone defensive line. Right now, they've gone with the tackle, and they've gone with the defensive end. And two big boys at that, too. Received idiot in the answer for like he's managing something. Again, no, he's not ready. Um, so listen, um, yeah, we're talking about a team that lost. Listen, if you saw the offseason, and we all did, that the San Francisco 49ers had, they lost a lot of players this season. They had a lot of holes to fill on both sides of the ball. I think in the early part of the draft, you're going to see them tend to go to that defensive line. I think for the next part of the draft, because they do have a lot of picks, and I think they picked up three unconditional picks again this year. I think you're going to see all offensive side of the ball. You're going to show that offensive line. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys pick is in. And I'm going to watch it as live. I'm not going to look. I'm going to watch it live. You all know what I'm hoping for. I am hoping for either a running back. I'm hoping for a wide receiver, obviously. I need CeeDee Lamb to get some help. Um, and I'll tell you what, I'm not. I'm not gonna do what I did. I'm really not gonna do what I did last night. I'm not gonna go for the sexy pick. Do I want a sexy pick? Yes, but I'm actually gonna follow the mentality of the team. If we do go something like offensive tackle, if we go defensive tackle, if we go Will Johnson, who's still out there, if we go Mike Green on the defensive, I'm not gonna get mad at it. But I'm not gonna do the sexy pick. I'm actually gonna follow the team and find out where their mind is going. The Jets said his tight end is a guaranteed Hall of Famer, being the son of Jason Taylor. He needs to relax, which I just told him. Yeah. So we're coming up on our. You know what? I'm going to actually stay for the Colts pick only because I believe Shador Sanders should go to the Colts. He should. Mm. Not to mention, arguably the Colts picked up the best tight end in the draft. Plus, they have Pittman still. They have receivers over there. The Colts are a good football team. If you remember last year, the Colts were on the bubble for making the playoffs the whole year and just couldn't get over that hump. I'm telling you right now, Shador Sanders could be the answer that that team needs to get over that hump. They really could. Uh, and listen, I'm feeling for this young man right now. I'm going to tell you why I'm feeling for me right now. Jerry Jones could be Jerry Jones right now. Jerry Jones can end up getting two Sanders right now. Think about this. Dallas Cowboys played this year and the season goes, but they drafted Shador Sanders this year. They'll make the playoffs this year. Kind of bridesmaidy, kind of. Maybe the head coaching staff wasn't what we thought it was going to be. Maybe they looked to make a change or something like that. I wonder who's out there. Who's out there that can come coach the Dallas Cowboys? Sure, you're a bad. Do you have anybody in mind that you think can coach the Dallas Cowboys? Dion, Dion. We're talking Dion, Dion. That was my playoffs. That was my playoffs. Um. All right, here we go, baby. Oh, hold on. Oh, what did we just go? Oh, Chevy Tahoe. Not worried about Chevy Tahoe. The Dallas Cowboys pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The Dallas Cowboys pick is in. Uh, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna. Okay. I'm gonna do it live. Names for the Dallas Cowboys right off the bat: running back, wide receiver, cornerback, and edge. Which means I'm not gonna be mad with Cole Johnson. I'm not gonna be mad with Mike Green. If I hear one of those two names, I'm not gonna be angry. In fact, I'll be a little happy about that. And if Will Johnson falls down this far to the Dallas Cowboys, something's crazy. Something's crazy with the, there's no way Will Johnson needs to come down to the second round right now. There's no way. But if he does, um, you already know how good our defense is to begin with. So, all right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Dallas Cowboys pick is in, and the Dallas Cowboys select. Talk to me, baby. Donovan Ezeraku. Okay, another defensive end rusher that I didn't think about. I like Mike Green a bit better, but we got a defensive end. Listen, Michael Parsons is going to be very happy about this. Zaraku is a very he came out of Boston College. Um, really big motor. He was ACC Defensive Player of the Year, so obviously he has a pedigree. And listen, he's on the other side of Michael Parsons right now. So look, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at. I'm not listening. We need players everywhere. And obviously, I like Mike Green a bit better, but I'm not mad at the fact that we have this player right now. High motor. Gets to the quarterback, large wingspan. He's there. He's there. He's got a good twist. He has a good propensity for the ball, gets to the ball. Very happy with this pick. Don't forget, too, guys, chases down the runners, too. Don't forget, too, a lot of stars are going to come out of your second and third round. Not everybody that's a hit in the NFL comes out of the first round. And he's one of those players that has that potential. Um, and obviously, the Dallas Cowboys want an edge rusher to get to the quarterback. We did lose at Tank Lawrence, and who was more of a run stopper. But I think on defense and the defensive scheme that the Dallas Cowboys are playing right now, they really want to get to the quarterback. You have somebody here who's a high motor that does that, that gets to the quarterback. Look, he has what 65 quarterback pressures. I'm going to tell you something. That was more than a Blue Carter. I showed you that just now. That was more than a Blue Carter. So you're talking about a player that gets to the quarterback, that gets pressure. And listen, what did I say about pressure on the football? It makes everybody in your secondary, everybody on your team even better, even better. So the coach are on the clock right now. I'm going to leave after this pick because I got to get to the kid. But I'm telling you right now, this should be Shador Sanders. I'm going to actually play that one. Actually, I'm not. Just in case of copyright. I'm not going to do it. Okay, so let's take a look. Do it. Tell me Shador is going there. Tell me Shador is going there. Here we go. Here we go. Say it. They took a defensive end. Wow. Okay, I'm glad I have to go to work because this is making me sad that I have to sit here and watch this right now. I feel so bad for this young man right now. I really, truly, honestly do feel bad for this young man. We're gonna wrap it up tomorrow and give you the third and the fourth round. I'm upset. I hope the Dallas Cowboys jump up and get a fourth round pick. We don't have one right now. Um, but I'm really, really happy with the draft right now. We had a lot of holes to fill, big players that we're picking up. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be very scary on the edges this year, especially with Fowler coming back. To it. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I think the talk about this draft so far is going to be Shador again. This is sad for this brother. But we will wrap it up tomorrow. It is your boy, the Board 75 Fantasy Football Guru. It is the NFL Draft weekend. Do not worry, I am not going anywhere. I'll be right back. And please, do not forget, listen to me carefully. I don't want to repeat myself. All gas, no brakes. Use the gas this summer. Grand Prix. Kick off the summer the way you're supposed to every year. Use the gas. I will see you tomorrow. It is Brother Stockball. Shador, keep your head up, kid. I don't know what's going on, but like everybody at New City Gas, we rumble and we move forward. Okay? Keep it tight. Stay strong. See you tomorrow.